my time. I live every day like I'll die by the nighttime. It took me so long getting back to my right mind. I don't wanna be on the ground when the time flies. Had so many friends go.
From the stadium that hosted Super Bowl 48 back in 2014, there's a look at MetLife Stadium here in East Rutherford. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the New York Jets.
Let's go. Let's do it.
A first carry now for Kareem Hunt. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
On first down, they go right back to Hunt. And very little room to maneuver. He'll get this down to about the 39. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
At the 39-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. They'll roll him out right. It's Waring, the tight end, with it. A first down there on a pickup of 25. A little glimpse of his athleticism there and what they're going to have to deal with. He can use his legs to dance around back behind the line of scrimmage and beyond the line of scrimmage.
And wouldn't you love to get a copy of their defensive scouting report going into the week? Because that's been stressed the whole time. Keep him bottled up. Keep him in the pocket. But it's the first drive of the game and emotions are running high. Someone forgot that, trying to make a big play, and gave up a bigger one instead.
That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
To throw again on 2nd down. Watson. To the catch made by Hopkins. And they'll get this one down to about the 20-yard line. A gain of 13. It's a first down. On first down, they'll run with Hunt. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. Now after the play, it looks like there's a Texan here slow to get up. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Out of the gun, Watson. Buying time to his left. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Ricky Seals-Jones, his first touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Catanzaro. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Catanzaro after the touchdown to kick it away. This fielded at the 2. And he'll take this across the 25. A couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their own 27.
Let's bring it. Let's bring it. 55, mark, 55. There's a corner now.
To throw is Darnold. Finds his tight end Ingram. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
23 yards the pickup there. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down.
Check, crunch, crunch. Switch. Alert 61, matchbox light.
Here's the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Defense able to get there, swarm to the football. Zilch, 0 nada there for the offense, Charles.
Yeah, it really was an example of good team defense, wasn't it? Everyone handled their responsibilities, and they held them to no gain.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing here on 3rd down, Darnold. And Ingram hauls it in. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. They convert on 3rd with a gain of 22.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
This is Bell. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch out of it. I didn't know if they felt they didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Here we go, 50, Mike 50.
On 2nd and 11 now. Darnold, his throw caught right around the 6. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Now it's Darnold. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down.
Chances are good he's going to be a very busy guy. 2 catches already in this opening drive, and they were looking his way for a 3rd.
I think they put this defense on notice that could be a really, really frequent combination.
Mike 51.
3rd and long, it's Darnold. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. He's already thrown for more yardage in this first quarter than he did all of last week.
And I can be snarky here and say, well, he didn't throw for a lot of yards last week, but the bottom line is he put in a great week of practice and really came out ready to go in this one.
Now Bell. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Second and goal at the 7-yard line.
After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from MetLife Stadium. The Jets with the football here as they come up now, second and goal. They'll try again here from the 7 on second and goal.
Hey, I'm coming. Yo, 80. 51's the mic. What we got? Smooth. Mike 51.
Darnold now to throw. Looking middle, and it's incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, but now it's third and goal. Looked like he had a couple of different options as far as who to throw to on that play. And who am I to say this, but I'm not sure he made the right decision.
Well, the window of opportunity is always going to be small in the NFL. That's why those quarterbacks who make quick decisions and have quick releases have the most success in this league.
Now Darnold on third and goal. Looking for Crowder, and it's intercepted. Snags it for the pick, and nothing but daylight ahead. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about.
Keep doing it. Touchdown, baby. I see you over there.
First and goal, and a chance to get that initial touchdown right back.
I smell fear in that offense.
They'll try and run it in with Bell. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Jets. Le'Veon Bell. His second touchdown on the season as they are now on the board here in the first half. Bryant's extra point up and good. And we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is taken at his 4. Shrugs the tackle.
Nice.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to...
Touchdown, Houston! Will Fuller, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken the lead. Boy, the action just coming fast and furious right now. If you got up to go get a drink from the fridge, you picked the wrong time. 2 long touchdowns.
Yeah, and that's how you answer a one-play drive with a one-play drive of your own. And you're exactly right. If you step away from the action, my dad took me to a Major League Baseball game when I was 8. I needed to go to the bathroom. Of course, while we're in the bathroom, grand slam home run.
Well, it tends to happen that way, doesn't it?
Yeah, my dad still hasn't forgiven me.
Darnold going to lead the Jets up now, 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line.
Hey, I-7.
Here's Darnold. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Yeah, he only gets a few yards on 1st and 10, but he's better off doing that than throwing an incompletion or even worse, an interception.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Here we go, G. Here I come again. Here I come again. Here I come again.
On the counter, here's Bell. And not much, maybe a yard up to the 29. They had 3 yards on 1st down, just 1 yard there.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half, maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Hey, check mine, check mine.
Now Darnold. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down. And this kick will be touchdown as they spot it inside the 45-yard line.
At their own 43-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, to see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. That's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Now the pass, and it's into the arms of Hopkins. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 19 yards the pick up there. Move the chains.
And the Texans first down.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Let's go, B, let's go. Now let's get there.
This is Grant. And an alley to run. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. They get 14 on that one. Good for a Houston first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of the yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This is caught. And so close. He gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 23 yards on the play.
Set the tone, defense. Set the tone, defense.
Here's Watson. He'll be taken down. The Jets get in there for the sack. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal. To throw is Watson. Escaping the pressure right. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
This is it. Alert.
Now Watson on 3rd and goal. Dancing to his left. It's complete to Hopkins. A 4-yard pickup, not enough. 4th down.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They find themselves down 17-7 as they start this drive 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, it's Bell. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
It's 3rd and 9.
The Jets on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend.
Check 4.
From the gun on third down, here's Darnold. And he's got a new one. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 21 yards there on third down. Darnold. Pressure, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back right around the 44. The Clemson product, DJ Reader, got in for the sack. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12.
They cannot hold us. Red 80. We're going to keep getting sacks. Yo, 80. Check hot route. Hot.
Back to throw, Darnold. And he's going to go down again. DJ Reader, his second sack of the night. Darnold and the Jets come up 3rd and long following the sack. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And it's caught by Herndon. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line, tackled there. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Yo, 80. Out.
On 1st and 10, Darnold. Over the middle, he's got his tight end, Ingram. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Darnold. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Of course, they had the option, and they choose to not take the penalty.
They like the results of the play that they just ran, and they elect to let them stand.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Time remaining for likely one final play. You're on your side of the field, but, yeah, heck, maybe you throw one up 50-plus yards, see what happens.
Don't forget that taking the knee is the right play to make because you just get out of there, you regroup, you start over. But if you're going to take the shot, you do have a chance of either making the play happen or picking up a deep pass interference call. And remember, it's the NFL. You get yardage. It's not just a 15-yard play. You could have something big here. Let's see if they take the shot.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. This from 54 yards away. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. So a late turnover leads to a quick drive, and in turn that quick drive leads to 3 points.
So someone makes a mistake, but how about the other side learning from that mistake, taking care of the ball, and making sure they put some points on the board? Well done.
So we are at halftime here on a Monday night as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. It's the Texans in front, and they're going to get the football first as we are back underway in the 3rd quarter. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Darnold from the gun. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete. So coming up empty here to start the third quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they look to add to that lead.
And how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. On 2nd and 11 now. Watson. He's got Fuller. They'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
When you see zone defense and you know you got a drag route on as your primary call, you got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Now we'll play fake, and it's Watson. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. The Texans send the punter out. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet.
And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off at the 15. And he will have a touchdown. So now the Texans offense back onto the field. They'll line up and go for 2 here. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive.
Check 52.
They'll start out on the ground with Bell. And they're able to swarm him behind the line, and his rough night continues. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. Maybe a good spot to take a shot. Here's 2nd and a yard from the 34.
Blue draw quarters.
Here's Darnold. He's going to float this one deep right side. And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line. So their woes on offense continue. That's the 2nd pick thrown here in the 3rd quarter.
And we know it was ill-advised, but that was an opportunity to help them get back into the game. Instead, he throws another interception, and now their task is even tougher.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a 1st down. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
That's complete to his tight end, Seals Jones. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Out of the gun, Watson. And that is caught. Touchdown, Texans. Ricky Seals-Jones, a beast in the red zone with his second touchdown of the game. And the Texans push further out in front. Extra point good by Catanzaro. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Now after the run by Bell, here's another 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Switch.
On second down now. It's Bell, and he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
5 down. And 80. Jim. March 50. Let's get this ball back for the offense.
Darnold on third down. Looking left side, it's complete. He's got it. And all the way in. Touchdown, New York. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. And the Jets are able to cut into this deficit. Well, if they're going to make a game of this in the second half, they need a few big plays to go their way. That's one.
And the way to get it done is to also conserve time. So to your point, that big play right there, now you're not moving the ball downfield, taking time off the clock. You're leaving yourself a better avenue to continue to try and make a comeback.
This is taken at the 3. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
A big play on the catch and run, covering 34 yards.
Just more of the same there, partner. Guys have just been running free in the secondary this entire game. No pass rush, a lot of passes completed. Been an easy day for them.
On first down, Hunt. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Williams on the stop. A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4. At the 32-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. The last run got 6. Now 2nd and 4. Back to throw, Watson. Being chased out left. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. Deshaun Watson, so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the third one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
They'll run on first down. It's Hunt, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. The Texans on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 11. From the gun, here's Watson. Steps away to his left. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. This fielded at the 2. And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking,
Le'Veon Bell, it's a foot race. He's at the 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, New York. Le'Veon Bell, 76 yards. And the Jets are able to close the gap just a bit. So here's Darnold now as he'll lead his guys up to go for 2. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He's got it. So they convert the 2. That keeps their slim hopes alive as we're back to a 2-score game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
At the 30-yard line.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Not today, you are. Not today.
On the Jets sweep, here comes Fuller. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Not your conventional play call, but that's okay. You probe the defense a little bit with some of everything in your playbook. That way they have to account for everything as the game moves on.
They'll try to run for the first down with Hunt. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20, 10, 5. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Kareem Hunt, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Texans push further out in front. Well, they were just hoping that run would pick up the first. They got the whole enchilada.
And I'm so used to teams on 3rd down, doesn't matter how far they need for a first down, throwing the ball. Instead, they run it, and as you said, you pick up the first down, and then some, and then some. In fact, everything, all the way for a touchdown. Terrific play.
Shifts by him. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
Jets offense coming up now to start their next drive. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They'll go again with Bell. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Throwing here on third down. Darnold over the middle. It's complete. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. It'll go as a gain of 11 and a Jets first down. Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll have a first down past the 40. And he's going to get this to the 40-yard line. Give him 12 yards there, and the Jets have a first. A couple of first downs have him to the 40 now on first and 10. Darnold completes it, and he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. It'll be a pickup of 16 and a Jet first down. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
We go, Sack. 50, Mike, 50. You ready, me? You ready? Go, baby. Mike, let go. Mike's 50. Look, you just won.
On first down, it's Darnold. On the catch, it's Crowder. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. That's good for a Jet first down, a gain of 13. A first down throw, Darnold. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jets football as we get you reset here. They're looking at second down now as they search for a consolation score. Here's Bell. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Now it's Darnold. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. DJ Reader bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hey, let's go. Calm the crowd. Don't get nervous. Mike 51, Mike 51. I got it.
And here we go on 4th. Darnold, flush to his right. Got an open man, it's a noon one. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. To throw is Darnold. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And it's a fumble, and the Texans scoop it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line.
All right, you've had to put up with me in this booth. I'm going to try and be simple this time and succinct. It simply has not been their night.
No, I think that fumble's kind of indicative of how this whole evening's gone, isn't it?
Without a doubt. I mean, they've tried, but nothing has ever really taken throughout the game. That's why they're down so big.
Forced out to his left. It's caught inside the 25. Oh, they hate that. Wipes out the big play.
And I know this is the NFL, so they would probably fine you for this type of a penalty. But when I was in college, you used to have to do up-downs for the number of yards that you cost a team in a big play.
Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this fourth quarter of play. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's scooped up by the Jets. And that will write a finish to this ball game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Houston, it took a few weeks, but they finally get their first win of the season here in Week 4. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Jets,
You don't